Hey, this is Bruce, and today we're going to be installing WordPress.org from the command line using Terminal. Once installed, we'll configure WordPress to connect to the database that I've already created for you, and then get going, setting up WordPress and adding content. Let's get started. First thing we need to do, and this is something I've done for you, is to create a database, create a user, and assign that user permissions to the database. So you can see I've logged into the database, and now what I'm going to do is to create that user. And now that I've created that user, we'll exit and we'll see if I can access the database. And you see I can, and you can also see that I've got the database that I've created, the WordPress demo 2021 DB that's here in Adminer. Right? So this is what you guys will be doing. So we're going to open up a new terminal window, and then you're going to do SSH, your student number, and the server. And then you put in your password, and you should see that we're logged into the server here. Now don't worry about the codes. Everything that you need is going to be right here. So you can see I typed in SSH, your student number, or my student number, and then the web server. And then what we're going to do is we're going to explore the directories a little bit using list server or listing, and listing long with details, and then cd to change directory, and then cd ... to go up a directory. And eventually what we're going to do is we're going to go and get the latest version of WordPress. So this is a local install of WordPress from wordpress.org, not wordpress.com. So let me just copy this while we're here. And let's look around a little bit. So if I do ls, it gives me a listing of the directory in my web root. But if I do ls/la, you can see it shows me my directory plus all of the other hidden files. If I do if I do cd web2 and then ls/la, now you can see here I've got my index file, and well, that's it for right now. This is a brand new user. cd ... goes back up, and just to make sure we're in my root, I'm just going to do a listing again. So if I do, now I'm going to paste that wget to go and get the latest tarball or zipped file of WordPress. So now you can see if I do ls/la, I can see that tarball right here. So the next thing we have to do is to unzip it, and the code is right here, just tar, and then the name of the file with some switches. So we run that, and now if I do ls/la, we can see it's created a folder called WordPress. And if I do cd WordPress, we can see here that I've got some folders. So the WP or WordPress includes, WordPress content, no, WordPress admin, WordPress content, as well as a number of files. One of the files that we're going to need is the WP config. Actually, do we need it? Yeah, we are going to need it eventually. So now you can see we've got WordPress on the in our web folder. And so if I go to my root folder and type in WordPress. Okay. So you can see here, it's saying that WordPress is here, but we need to be able to connect to the database. And in order to do that, there is a WP config file, right? So if I'm going to click on Let's Go, and it's asking me for the database name and the password. There we go. So you can see here, it says it was unable to write the WP config file. You can create WP config manually and paste it in the text. So I'm going to copy all this and make sure we copy the whole thing. And then I'm going to go and connect to the cloud, go into that WordPress, and I'm going to download by clicking on Edit and Local. And now you can see we've got that WP config sample. I'm going to rename it to just wp-config.php. And then I'm going to delete everything that's there and paste the code that I copied from the other one. And you can see here it's got the database name, my username, and my database password. So I'm going to upload that. And now I'm going to come back here and click Run the installation. So you can see here, it's asking me for the information that I want to put on my site. So I'm going to do WP Demo 2021. My username will be Bruce WP Demo. And I'm going to copy this. This will be my password to log into the dashboard in WordPress. And I'll just paste it here for now. So it'll be handy to get. You can put in your email, although we've set up our system not to be able to send out emails in order for security reasons. So you're just going to have to make sure you remember your password and your login, right? So you can see my username, can't have a space. Actually, it says it can have spaces, but I'm going to get rid of the space. And then the other thing, we're going to discourage search engines from indexing the site since we're using it for development purposes only. And we click on Install WordPress. And it says WordPress has been installed. So it's reminding me of my username. So I'm going to click on Login. Is that how I did it? Bruce WP Demo, yes. I'm going to copy my password. You can change this once we're in the system, but it's good to keep a strong password. And now you can see we're all logged in. If I click on right click and open link a new tab so I can have both handy, you can see I've got WordPress all set up and we've got a starting post saying hello world. Just to make sure it's working, let's go into that post, do a quick edit, and instead of hello world, I'm going to put hello web 2. I'm going to go over here and click update. And if I come back here and refresh, we can see it says hello web 2. So we've set up a new database and a new user, and yours are all set up for you. We've downloaded the WordPress files that we need to our root directory, and then we've unzipped them as a tarball, and it's created a WordPress folder on our site. And then we've gone through the installation process in order to install WordPress onto our site and made a quick edit. And we can see that edit on our page. I hope this helps.